Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone, and welcome to Miss Elaine's Read Along. I am your host, Miss Elaine, and I am so very excited to be with you one more Saturday. And it's not just any Saturday, it is the third Saturday, which means that I get to bring you a brand new author. That's right, it is New Author Saturday and I have a brand new book for you. But before we jump into that, I need to know who's here. Let's see, let's take roll. I'm here. I'm Miss Elaine. Engineer Evan is here, of course, because without him, I could probably not do this. Well, I'd probably bundle it up, but Engineer Evan is here. Who else is here? Let me see. Hey, the McWilliams household has jumped in 2 minutes into this thing. Good morning, everyone. I am so happy to see you all. I have missed you. It has been quite a few months. Miss Scarlett, Miss Scarlett, we have some things that we need to talk about, and you know exactly what I'm saying. I am going to check in with you after the show to see how that pretty smile is going. All right. And Mr. Jason, I hope you are doing well. All right. Who else is here? Miss Carol. Hi, good morning. You are jumping in early as well. Who else is here? If you are visiting for the first time with us, I want to welcome you to Miss Elaine's Read Along. Thank you so much for joining us. We have a good time with books here. This morning, this is our second New Author Saturday. We have a new author that we feature every single month. So it is my pleasure to bring to you Miss Trarina Paige, Mrs. Trarina Paige. Oh, she has so many titles that I'm going to have to list them in the chat for you guys. This is, just exciting for me. I got a chance to chat with her earlier last week, and I'm just blown away by this young lady. I am just really encouraged by her story, by her life, and I think you guys will be as well. Let's see who else is here. Purpose to Laugh TV. Oh, we have the author tuning in with us today. Good morning, Miss Trarina. I want all of my friends, especially my read along crew, to say good morning to Mrs. Trarina. Hello, hello, hello. Yes, we had an amazing conversation. Well, okay. Now she says she doesn't have that many titles, but I promise you, she has quite a few. And talented is right at the very top. All right. So Jason says that he lost his first tooth. Oh, Jason. Well, congratulations. That means you're growing up. But everyone, I want you all to give a very warm welcome to Mrs. Trarina Paige. Go ahead and type that in the chat. Now, Miss Trarina, I want to warn you, we are on 3 different platforms this morning. So, to my personal page, my family, friends, and fellow Eagles, I want to say good morning. So, you all say hello to Mrs. Trarina, and you'll have to tune into that later, Miss Trina, to see your hellos there. Also on the business page, Miss Missy Lane Productions. You all say good morning there. That's where the Read Along crew is tuning in. And then also to the YouTube page. If you're tuning in from YouTube for the first time, you guys make sure you all subscribe to that channel. I appreciate that. So you all say hello to there. Good morning, Miss Shanta. Hi, good morning. You're tuning in from Facebook. All right, all right. Say good morning to our author this morning. All right. So let's go ahead and jump in. I know you guys are trying to figure out what are we reading this morning. Well, the title of our book is They Are All Going to Laugh at You. And depending on how you read the title, it could be a good or a bad thing, right? Ooh, they're all going to laugh at you. Or they're all going to laugh at you. That could be a great thing, right? Well, we're going to jump in and we're going to find out what this book is all about. Good morning, Stace MD. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You're tuning in from YouTube. All right, we're so glad that you are here. We're missing a few of our Read Along crew members. For those of you who remember Amir, he is traveling this morning, so he wanted to check in before the broadcast to say hello to all of you. He is missing you, but I think he's going to be able to tune in next week. So Amir, thank you so much for checking in. Thanks for thinking about us. All right, at the end of the broadcast, I want you guys to stay tuned because we have a special treat for you. All right, so you guys ready to read? Because I'm ready to share this amazing work with you. This is They're All Going to Laugh at You by Mrs. Trarina Paige. Ever since she could remember, Grace loved bringing joy into people's hearts and creating giant smiles on their faces. The greatest feeling came from brightening up someone's day, friends, family, or even a random stranger alike. Even as a little child, Grace went out of her way to turn a frown upside down. One day, a little boy was crying at daycare. He didn't want his mother to leave, so Grace walked over to sit beside him. She made silly faces and funny fart sounds until he finally smiled. Grace's amazing sense of humor is how she met her best friend, Jana, who sat by herself during recess. As Jana looked down, a cheerful voice yelled out toward her, "Knock, knock." "Oh, who's there?" Jana softly replied. "Ice cream," said Grace. "Ice cream who?" Jana replied. "Ice cream so you can hear me." That was cute. Grace always knew how to lift everyone's spirits. However, that changed one day during math class. Grace and her classmates worked on an assignment with Mrs. Henderson, a very focused teacher who wanted the best from her students. Ah, there she is. She's so well put together. Grace's joke had worked to help. Oh, sorry. Mrs. Henderson called on a new student named Johnny. He stood quietly at the board with a piece of chalk shaking in his hand. Wanting to make everyone more comfortable, Grace decided to distract everyone with a joke. "Hey," Grace yelled, "what did the toilet say to the other?" "You look a bit flushed." Everyone laughed, except Mrs. Henderson. Do you think Grace is in trouble? Uh-oh. Grace's joke had worked to help Johnny, but it landed her in big trouble. "Why is everything a joke with you?" Mrs. Henderson said. Grace replied, "Well, I love laughter. It brings everyone joy to everyone's heart." "Well, if you want to be successful in life, you need to leave the jokes behind you. No one will ever take a funny girl seriously." Oh. What do you think that did to Grace? For the rest of the day, Grace sat in silence. She wondered what Mrs. Henderson meant about no one taking her seriously. Could she not be successful while making people smile? What do you think? Making others laugh was something she enjoyed without much effort. When the bell rang, Grace picked up her bag and slowly walked out in front of the door to meet her mom. As Grace climbed into the back seat, she never looked at her mom, which was very unusual for her. She loved talking about her day at school. Wow. Her very demeanor just changed at that very moment. Grace's mood worried her mother. I hope your day went well. It was okay. Mrs. Wilson didn't pressure Grace to speak right away, giving her some space. Look at her face. You remember how happy she looked at the beginning of the book? Sadly, Grace wasn't the same person anymore. Others noticed the change in Grace, including her favorite teacher, Mr. Williams. He pulled Jana to the side and asked what was troubling Grace. As Jana explained what happened in Mrs. Henderson's class, Mr. Williams gave Grace's mother a call to explain what happened. Hooray for your favorite teacher who will get down to the bottom of things. That afternoon, Grace's mom picked her up and drove her into downtown Chicago to Grace's favorite place, the Chicago Theater. As the two waited in their seats, a beautiful woman hit the stage. Within seconds, everyone was loudly laughing. Grace was amazed that she saw someone who had the same passion as her to make others laugh. Wow. Grace's mom had a great idea. As the show came to an end, Mrs. Wilson led her backstage to meet the comedian face to face. I heard about what happened with your teacher. The woman smiled. Don't worry. I had plenty of teachers like that too. But keep laughing, keep smiling, and keep believing. Grace smiled ear to ear. Oh, she's getting her mojo back. That was great advice. Would you agree? As she walked out, Grace broke away from everyone, running toward the stage. She stood in the middle of the stage with her mother smiling in the audience and gave her best stand-up performance. The more she told jokes, the more her mother laughed. As she glanced over, she noticed the comedian clapping and cheering her on too. "15 years later, Grace stood in her office, staring out the glass window that overlooked the water. She thought about all of the what ifs. What if her mother didn't encourage her to be proud of who she was? Would she have become the founder and CEO of the largest production company in Chicago? Or started a youth program teaching children to be confident in who they are? What if? What if you reach for your dreams despite of what people say? Someone once told Grace, hoping to upset her, they're all going to laugh at you. But they couldn't be more right. They're all laughing, and she loved it. She's just a girl from the west side of Chicago, living her dreams. Wow. Can you insert yourself in that last sentence? She's just a girl from the south side of Chicago, living her dreams, and the best is yet to come. Go ahead and insert your story in that last sentence, right? And then put the best is yet to come. So you may have encountered something similar to this in your life, but that doesn't matter. You may have someone else in your corner that can tell you you can do it. Then you have someone else on the screen that tells you you can do it. Miss Elaine is telling you you can do it. Miss Trarina Paige is telling you you can do it. Live out your talents out loud. You can do it. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. I hope you all enjoyed this story. I know I absolutely did. And I would love, love to send you a copy of this book. Now, I'm only going to send one copy of this book, okay? The rest of the copies you all are going to purchase from my friend, Miss Trarina Paige. And Miss Trarina, I would love for you to go ahead and put your information where they can reach you to send them a copy after purchasing in the chat. If you can do that for me, that would be great. But for me, if you would like a chance to receive a free copy, just one, you could just send me a message either on Miss Elaine Productions on my Facebook page. That's Miss Elaine Productions. You can just send me a message in there. Or for those of you who are not on Facebook, you could just drop me a message on my email, info@misselaneproductions.com, just telling me why you would like a copy of this book. All right, and then I'm just going to pick one person to send a free copy to. I appreciate you guys so much. Oh, and also Mrs. Paige says that she will send an autographed copy. That is amazing. I'm sure you guys will absolutely love that. Now, in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be sending you all more information as to what Miss Trarina Paige is up to, because I already told you that she has so many titles. Yes. She has a play coming up, and of course, I'm going to attend that. So I want you all to be able to attend as well. So I'm going to put that information on my page. So you guys come out. If you all want to come out with me, you're more than welcome. I'm going to let you all know individually which day that I'm going to attend, so we can make it a whole party. Absolutely. So thank you so much, Miss Trarina Paige, for sharing your gift with us. We really appreciate it. So like I said, at the end, I wanted to share a very special video with all of you. Some of my read-along crew got together just to spread some joy. Remember, laughter is good for the soul. It is like medicine. So Engineer Evan, go ahead and roll that footage. And I want you guys to enjoy and come on back so that we can adjourn. All right, go ahead, Evan.
Hey, Miss Elaine crew, it's me, Dallas, and it's me, Dayton. Have a good day.
Knock, knock. Who's there? Doris. Doris who? Open up, the door's locked.
Two windmills are standing in a wind farm. One asks, "Are you a fan of music?" The other one says, "I'm a big metal fan."
Do you call a funny cow? A laughing stock. What do you call a man without a body and without a nose? Nobody knows. What do you call an American bee? USB. Bzzz.
I'm Luke from Luke's Comedy Show. It's great to see you, everyone. So here's my joke. What did the tree say to the puppy?
What?
pause what you're doing and leave me alone because you're barking up the wrong tree.
All right. Well done, Read Along crew, parents, and supporters. We wanted to get in on the laughs. Thank you so much for the inspiration, Mrs. Trarina Paige. Thank you all so much for joining us today. Once again, don't forget, this was New Author Saturday. We're going to do this every third Saturday until we run out of new authors or until I write my own book. All right. So, don't forget to head over to Miss Elaine Productions on YouTube and please subscribe. And if you agree with what we're doing here on this program, go ahead and share it with someone. I appreciate your support. Thank you so much, Engineer Evan, for being with me every single Saturday. Thank you for your dedication. All right. Well, it's been great spending this Saturday with you. It is time for my second breakfast, my second most favorite thing to do other than read here with you. All right, you guys. I love you. Take care. Have a most wonderful Saturday. I'll see you same time next week. Bye.